Welcome to Wrestling Over Everything, everybody. We're a very funny wrestling podcast out of the Central Valley of California. I'm Andrew. That's Dusty.
Hey.
Nailed it that time. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Hit the bell. Leave a comment. All that fun stuff. And tell your friends. If you have friends who are fans of wrestling and general attempts at humor, just go ahead and send them our podcast. You know what I mean? Like, give them a gift. They'll be, you know how good it feels to put somebody onto something? Put your big dork wrestling fans onto us. How about that?
They'll really enjoy it. And look, I think the comedy lands a fair amount. So, like, you're not just getting wrestling factoids. There is funny stuff that's going to happen on this show.
Yeah,
I think it's worth it.
The FCC does not allow us to call ourselves a very funny wrestling podcast if we're not a very funny wrestling podcast. They had to send guys over.
That's right. They had to send auditors to. I guess you guys are very funny. God damn it!
It was Gallagher.
Not that I love more than shutting down a presumably very funny podcast.
Yeah, he's like a little heavy on the inside jokes. People might not get those, but stick around. They pay off. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They'll eventually build an audience.
Yeah,
you know, the inside jokes.
So tell your friends, damn it. But go ahead, Dusty.
All right. Last week we covered the arrival of one Terry Hulk Hogan Bollea to WCW, the floundering WCW of 1994, where his previous fame and still current marquee value buoyed the ships of WCW at Bash at the Beach 1994. And so we thought, like, what else do we do to follow it up? Obviously, we got to see what this is like a few months in. See if there's any difference. See if we can start to tell where some of the cracks in the armor are coming from. And just, I love a Halloween Havoc, you know?
Dude, I love a Halloween Havoc too, even though they always stink. Like, I will always, if you're like, hey, let's watch a Halloween Havoc, I know two things. It's going to stink, and there's going to be some things that I think are hilarious. And
one of the funniest things in the history of wrestling, in my opinion, happens this evening on this show. And I'm so excited to talk about it.
There's some gems in there for me. There's a couple rematches. They kind of run back a lot of the show from Bash at the Beach '94.
Yeah.
And those who weren't rematches were mishmashes, not mismatches.
Yeah.
But
they're really trying to make that first album again. You know what I mean? The first album, huge out the gate, and they're like, "What do you guys want? You want more of these? More of these songs? All right."
Listen, it's hard to make a wrestling Pinkerton, Dusty. Like, you know, a lot of people just wanted the blue album again, but then they give them the green album, and everybody's pissed off at that too.
Nobody wants it. I hear the new Weezer song by the way, stinks really bad, which is it's not a hard bridge for me to walk over. I bet it does. But, like, whatever, man. They gave us three really good albums of material, and then kind of a hodgepodge since then. But
three
albums is a lot to get from somebody.
Yeah, I mean, what is that? You're talking Blue, Pinkerton, and Maladroit?
Green.
Yeah, green. Okay.
Nope. Only Blue, Pinkerton, Green.
A lot of people don't give them green, though. I give them green.
I think green's pretty good. You know, it's like, yes, all the vocal melodies are also the guitar solos. What are you gonna do? Knockdown, drag out war. Knockdown, drag out war. That's a fucking hell of a song.
What do you think our Venn diagram for Weezer and people who listen to this podcast is? Are we like dropping subscribers right now?
No, I think if anything, we're gaining, because I bet everybody who listens to this podcast is about the same age as us. So they know about Weezer and the precipitous drop off. So we are at the Joe Louis Arena in Detroit, Michigan. It is October 23rd, 1994. There are 14,000 people in attendance here. Same amount of people that were at Bash at the Beach. So I don't know that I'm starting to guess those might be approximate figures, not exact figures.
Well, I mean, that probably, first of all, that probably is true, but also a lot of those arenas are relatively the same size.
Yeah. Tagline for this show: witness the terrifying rage in the cage, which I don't know how terrifying it ends up being, but that's fine. There's a promo at the top of this show where there are bars coming down between the faces of Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair, you see, because they're going to be in a cage.
They're going to be in a cage.
They're going to be in a cage.
Yeah, despite all their rage.
They pan the crowd, and Muhammad Ali's just in the pan shot.
Yeah.
Like, and for a second I was like, is that it? Is that all they're going to do for Muhammad Ali? Turns out he's on this show quite a bit.
Yeah, he's the show. I mean, it's starting to show it a little bit. Muhammad's starting to.
Yeah.
I was hoping.
Unfortunately,
we get spry, viral Muhammad Ali, but unfortunately, he had to have been diagnosed by now because he is feeling it. But he looks good comparatively to, like, you know.
Yeah, and I'm gonna pitch later on. There's a spot I guarantee that they do if Muhammad Ali is healthier, but they don't do it here, obviously. I think because of his health condition.
Yeah,
but I'll point it out because it's pretty clear. Bobby Heenan is in a neck brace because he had neck surgery from legit neck surgery from his years of managing. He had a bad neck for like a bunch of years and finally gets the surgery, so he's in a legit neck brace here.
Oh man, I was hoping that was fake.
Still hilarious.
Well, and Mean Gene at some point calls it an insurance scam. And,
oh yeah,
and Brain just goes, "Oh, shut up!"
And I don't know that Mean Gene with running the WCW hotline should be. That's a people in glass houses situation from old Mean Gene.
And I did notice, Bash to the Beach, the hotline is 99 cents a minute flat.
Yeah.
The Halloween Havoc hotline, I believe the first minute's $1.49, and then it's 99 cents a minute after that.
Right. Each additional minute, so I can hear Marcus Alexander Bagwell talk about losing the tag team titles.
I might want to hear that.
I love that Bobby Heenan is a relentless optimist at the prospect of the death of Hulkamania. No matter how many times this guy's seen the Hulkster Hulk up, hit the big leg, and win the match that he's supposed to lose, he is eternally optimistic that this is finally the last time we're going to have to deal with Hulkamania.
I know you're going to have some nominees for the Rise for Your Hitters Hall of Fame, right?
Yeah.
The two headliners, the what is it? The
marquee.
Yeah, the flagship.
Yeah.
The flagship guys are Macho Man Randy Savage and Rowdy Roddy Piper. Do we put Bobby Heenan in there for consistently riding for Ric Flair?
I think we can for Flair specifically.
Yeah.
I don't think Bobby Heenan doesn't ride for all of his hitters because he'll quickly betray
He's a weasel.
someone.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but for Flair, he's in the bag. He even defeats his own point seconds later. He's like, it's over for Hogan. It's over. His career's over. And they go, do you really think so? And he goes, look, if I were going to Vegas, I'd take Hogan with me because that's the luckiest guy in the world, and I'd never bet against him.
Yeah.
But tonight, I was like, what are you doing? One, he can never be defeated. He's the luckiest man in history.
Yeah.
Two, tonight, it's over.
I think he's just saying. I think he's trying to because he beat Flair in the last one. Yeah. I think he's trying to just be like, he's the luckiest guy in the world. He beat Ric Flair.
Yeah.
So I'll never put anything past him, but it ends tonight. You can't transcend. Yeah. You can't beat Ric Flair again
in the cage. And so
here we go again.
Here.
Again.
Again.
Shout out Tropic Thunder.
Coming to the ring to sing the national anthem is apparently one of my friend's dads. This guy is named T. Graham Brown, and he's very prolific. I don't know how famous he is. He's had more than 20 singles on the Billboard Hot Country charts. 3 of those reached number 1 in the 80s. He's got 13 studio albums, including ones that I might listen to called The Brilliant Conversationalist and Wine into Water. I bet that's a fun one.
Are we sure this guy existed? Like, are they making this guy up?
No, he's on Wikipedia. I guess he could be pretend. He just looks like
it's a high school math teacher.
Yeah, he looks like he's related to Bunkhouse Buck.
It looks like my my freshman geometry teacher went to Dan Flash's and got a really complicated shirt.
Yeah. So anyway, he sings the anthem.
Style. Hey, it was a decent anthem. Not as good as the last guy.
No, and no bullet this time.
Yeah.
So he's lower on the totem pole for me.
He's got the hair of the singer for Rise Against or the singer for Jimmy Eat World.
Oh, okay. Maybe
or Matt McCusker.
You know, okay, I could see all of those actually.
This actually might be Matt McCusker.
Hulk Hogan dude is back. The Hulk Hogan impersonator from Bash at the Beach went from Florida. He must follow Hogan around like it's the Grateful Dead. It's the one thing he can do. You know, he only looks like Hulk Hogan.
He's a Hogue head. I wonder. I mean, he's the kind of the green shirt guy situation, right?
It's kind of a Vlad the super fan, but dude, like more obnoxious to me.
How could you not want this guy on your TV at all times, bro? Saluting the flag. He's putting it up for Old Glory. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He doesn't even look that much like Hulk. He's just got the hair and the mustache.
Yeah. And like I told, 90% of that is the outfit that you had to buy, and then the other 10% you can kind of you like artificially create. You know, that guy might not even be bald in the same way Hulk Hogan is. He's got the bandana on.
I am cracking up at him saluting the flag like that.
That's really funny. Also because I think he brought the flag, because later on it shows him and he's holding the flag.
Well, he had an idea.
So either yeah,
he's a marketer. If he's anything, he's a marketer.
I thought you meant he had an idea for a country that founded on democratic principles.
That's also just not the flag, right? Like it's clear it's a bandana.
Yeah. I mean, that's probably his other bandana.
Yeah.
For whenever he's being casual Hulk. That's my casual Hulk bandana. Our first match is the television champion Johnny B. Bad versus who's this? It's the Honky Tonk Man.
I am shocked that Vince McMahon doesn't own the Honky Tonk Man.
He came in with it, but I will tell you this: Honky Tonk Vince owns that song, and Honky Tonk Man needs that song.
The song helps.
Whatever bullshit WCW version of the song they got him, not as good. Not nearly as good.
And is it Shivani? Is it Shivani that gives him a little? He's like, we go from one country singer who can sing to another country singer who can't sing.
Yeah,
that sucks. That's all he's got. He's a Honky Tonk Man.
I need you to look up the Honky Tonk Man's Wikipedia picture really quick. I looked up some information on him earlier.
I've seen
really made me chuckle.
Yeah, I've seen it before.
Really made me laugh.
It is a picture. It is quite a picture. Listen, he's got to do this. Listen, he's got to be the Honky Tonk Man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's fierce.
He also is the singer of Real Big Fish. If we want to talk about really thinning the Venn diagram, that's what this is.
I could see that. What if he went ska? That'd be funny.
Oh man, he was the Skonky Tonk Man.
Dude, that's exactly what I was about to say. Damn it!
for the 20 minutes that third wave ska was popular in the late 90s, he's touring with Real Big Fish and the OC Supertones.
He hit you with one of those like marching band bass drums.
Yeah. Johnny Bad comes out here. He's got vampire teeth because it's Halloween Havoc. Of course,
they don't look good.
He brings back the Bad Blaster, but they must have switched out whatever kind of confetti they had from Bash at the Beach to Halloween Havoc, because it does not mess up the entire floor for the evening.
Yeah, it looks like, because at Halloween Havoc it was like the shiny, like kind of like, you know, when you get the shiny balloons, like that type of sticky substance. I think this is paper confetti this time, so it doesn't stick as much. And they might have gotten a little bit more oomph to the launcher because it's not all over the ring.
Get it out in the humanoids.
Yeah,
less on the floor. Yeah,
they're like, look, Marrow, we're gonna take this away from you if you can.
This match has a 10-minute time limit, And man, let me tell you, these guys are working to get a 10-minute time limit.
This match sucked. This match sucked.
So slow.
Oh boy.
And there's a point where there's like 2 minutes left, and the Honky Tonk Man puts Johnny B. Bad in a reverse chin lock.
Yeah.
Like, and the announcers are trying to be like,
brother.
Listen, Daddy,
I'm running out of moves.
I'm running low.
I'm Honky Tonka out of moves.
And the announcers are trying to be like, he's working over the neck for the shake, rattle, and roll neck breaker. And I'm like, no, he's not. He knows this match is going to be over in 1 minute, and that's all he needs to do. So Johnny B. Bad does try to use his punch, the kiss that don't miss, and of course it misses because this fucking match is terrible.
What was it gonna do? Hit?
Yeah.
I wrote down at the beginning. They say he's from Honky Town, USA. It's crazy. He's from the same place as JD Vance. So I have those are my 3 notes. Honky Tonk, USA. Isn't that where JD Vance is from? Johnny B. Bad on his BS again, which is the confetti, and then that sucked is my third. Yeah, my third note.
10-minute draw for your opening match, which is supposed to get the crowd. It's not even a barn burner of 10 minutes. It's like these dudes lazily working towards the 10-minute draw. Because with like whenever the announcer came on and was like 5 minutes eclipse in the match, 5 minutes remaining. I was like, sorry, 10 minutes in this in this match. Sucked. And then after the match, the Honky Tonk Man tries to attack, but Johnny B. Bad reverses it on him and still doesn't hit his finisher. Yeah. Fuck you, crowd. You get nothing.
The crowd was so bummed out by this whole thing. They did not enjoy this. They cheered for the Honky Tonk Man when he came out, or booed. You know, they did what they needed to do.
1.5 stars from Dave Meltzer here.
Did it happen in Japan? Because that seems a little inflated.
A little high. They throw to a video package a lot of animosity between Flair and Hogan. What?
Yeah.
You don't say.
Turns out these guys aren't friends.
Andrew's favorite thing in the world happens, where at the previous Clash of Champions, Hogan's coming out for his match with Flair, and who should appear but a mystery man who Nancy Kerrigan's fucking Hogan's knee, because 1994.
Second Nancy Kerrigan reference in the night too.
Yeah, she and the mystery man runs off, and so of course that happens at the beginning of the show, and they're like, what's going to happen with the Hulkster? And they say Hulk Hogan walked back from the hospital for his match with Flair. And then, of course, there's a disqualification at the end of that match because more than one masked man.
We also got this sign. Hulk, as everybody knows, these are things that everybody associates with Hulk Hogan. Humanity, understanding, loving, kindness. That's our Hulkster.
I think there's going to be some unfortunate revelations that are going to come out that might refute what that sign's talking about.
Good thing his name isn't Hunk, because then you'd...
Yeah.
By the way, this first masked man, pretty clearly Arn Anderson.
Yeah.
I don't know if it makes his way into this storyline, but if you look at the way he moves and like his body type, is pretty clearly Arn Anderson. It wasn't who the subsequent one ends up being.
Yeah, I mean, they're clearly throwing a red herring. Out there. And then at the end of this, can you believe Mr. T and Ric Flair were spotted coming out of the same restaurant? Michael Jordan's restaurant,
dude,
in Chicago. And then that is leading us into our second match, where Stars and Stripes, which are Marcus Alexander Bagwell and the Patriot, are the tag team champions taking on Pretty Wonderful, who, if we'll remember from Bash at the Beach, won the tag team titles. Then they lost them. Now they're challenging for the belts.
They won the tag team titles in one of the worst tag team matches, most boring tag team matches I've ever seen. I went, oh, good, Pretty Wonderful's here, and then they introduced Stars and Stripes, and I got to tell you, Dusty, this Marcus Alexander Bagwell guy, I feel like he might be the stuff.
He might have something.
Yeah.
Kid might have something. Yeah. this is Marcus Bagwell's kind of lot in life for his early career in WCW, just random tag teams with people where his team will weirdly win the tag team titles before quickly losing them again.
Well, he's a pretty entertaining white meat babyface guy at this point. He's got a great body for wrestling in 1994, and he's serviceable. You know, like he's kid serviceable.
He does all right. Yeah, kid respectable.
Yeah. Then he was just a kid buff.
Yeah. The Patriot here is the same Patriot that returns in 1997 to the WWF during the Canada USA thing.
That's not like a guy, right? It's like
it's a gimmick.
I know, but I mean, like, it's not like a name guy. It's not like, oh, okay, it's different guys. It's not. Yeah, it's not like Glenn Jacobs under there or anything. It's like
no. This Del Wilkes is the Patriot here, and he's just kind of a guy. It's pretty over in Japan for a while.
Big dude.
Yeah. This match, unfortunately, is also a lot of like punching and kicking. I want to like Pretty Wonderful a lot because I like their gimmick of being snooty heels that think that they're that they're like pretty big, that they're like pretty heels.
Yeah,
but it's just Paul Orndorff. So
and who's the other character? What's his name?
Paul Roma.
Paul
Roma. Yeah.
Paul Roma did better in this match than he was last week. He does a couple cool things in this match that I appreciated. Match still kind of stinks.
Yeah. But Paul Orndorff did make me laugh because he did an early version that maybe the Road Dogg ends up stealing of the Road Dogg shaky elbow.
Road Dogg never stole anything in his life. You watch your mouth, except for maybe a kiss and a heart.
Yeah, or your heart, as it were. Yeah. Paul Orndorff does the shaky elbow drop, which I really enjoy. And then at the end of this match, there's a big schmoz, and the Patriot's in the ring, and he's distracting the referee. And while that's going on, Bagwell hits a fisherman suplex with the bridge, and Paul Roma comes from the fucking heavens with an elbow drop. Really good looking elbow drop. Maybe the best move Paul Roma's ever done in a pro wrestling match.
It looked great. And he also earlier in the match got up on the turnbuckle without touching his hands to the ropes, which I always think is really impressive. He like runs up the corner, which I always like. McAfee do that?
He backflipped off the top rope.
Yeah, but doesn't he get up on it without touching the rope?
I don't remember.
Or Logan
I remember
Paul?
The backflip. You might be maybe Logan Paul.
One or both of those guys have done that, but I think whichever one of them jumps literally from the canvas to the top rope, and Roma, like I think stepped up, like climbed up without touching the rope, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, Daniel Bryan used to do that into a backflip.
It's pretty rad.
He could spider walk the ropes.
Way cooler than Ricky Steamboat and The Undertaker doing a tightrope walk with holding hands with a man.
Yeah. Roma hits this big elbow behind the ref's back, and Paul Orndorff rolls over into a pin for the new champions. Pretty Wonderful. 13 minutes, 47 seconds. This got 2.25 stars. For that big elbow deserves at least a star.
That big elbow was great. I do think that Dave Meltzer was in a really good mood this evening.
Yeah, but
I mean, this wasn't awful. I wrote this. It was better than the previous Pretty Wonderful match, but it still wasn't great.
Pretty serviceable.
This is like reverse WCW, because your WCW usually starts with their good matches,
right? And then we're really bucking the trend here, but not Bunkhouse bucking it.
Here's Paul Roma in the sky.
I mean, he's up there, dude.
He is up there.
Yeah,
he is up
there. They did bring up on commentary, this is the second year in a row that Marcus Bagwell lost the tag titles at Halloween Havoc. So the previous year it was him and Too Cold Scorpio losing them to the Nasty Boys. Which one do you think keeps Marcus Bagwell up at night? More.
Probably this one, dude. They lost a Pretty Wonderful, man. You can lose the Nasty Boys. Yeah. Nasty Boys they stood the test of time a little bit. You know what I mean?
Legends. Yeah. He's like, if only the Patriot would have got out of the goddamn ring, we could have won this one.
Paul Roma hit the big spot.
They go backstage with Ric Flair, Sherry, and Gene Okerlund. I think I criticized Flair last week for his promo. I thought this was a better promo. It still gets a little Ric Flair yelly at the end, but there is a sort of ebb in it where he's talking about he's planning the biggest celebration of all time, and then he goes, "The winner is the greatest of all time, and the other one, get out of here, brother." I thought this was better.
I think it might have been better. I still think it was a little underwhelming. I think, he falls victim sometimes to brain lock where he doesn't know what to say next and kind of, and then he tried to do a back and forth thing with Sherry that got weird and but it was still pretty good. I do have Marcus Bagwell's Halloween Havoc career record, by the way.
Okay.
It appears that is the last time that Marcus Bagwell ever lost at a Halloween Havoc. Because I was gonna look it up and laugh if he had if that could be a new thing that Buff always loses at Halloween Havoc.
Perpetual losses at Havoc.
Yeah. In 1995, he and Scott Norton defeated the Amazing French Canadians. Big marquee matchup there. Didn't wrestle in 1996 or 97 at Halloween Havoc. Big one though, 1998. Rick Steiner and Buff Bagwell versus Scott Steiner and the Giant. Rick Steiner and Buff Bagwell won the WWE Tag Team Championship.
That's actually, and it's a little bit of a misnomer because if you'd believe it, Buff turns on Rick Steiner in that match.
And then Rick Steiner wins the match.
Yeah. Rick Steiner wins the tag team titles.
God damn right he does. I can't believe he turns on my guy. On my guy
in one of the worst, stinkiest matches of all time.
99 did not wrestle, and then in 2000 he beat David Flair in a DNA First Blood match.
Okay, so that's the worst one. So that's that. 1998 is fucking Austin versus Brett at WrestleMania 13 compared to Halloween Havoc 2000.
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh man. Speaking of one of the worst matches of all time, we get a video package for the Sullivan brothers. Oh no. What a family torn asunder for the love of Hulkamania. A tale as old as time.
I don't think any of this was necessary, in the slightest. What's Sullivan's brother's name? David Sullivan? Is that his name?
Dave Sullivan.
He seems to stink. I haven't seen a lot of him. He seems to stink.
Yeah, I think the most gracious reading of this, which I'm giving in 2026, is that Dave Sullivan is supposed to be kind of a simple. He's simple Jack,
Yeah. He wants to be a wrestler in his head movies.
Yeah. And Hulk Hogan gives him a robe and some boots, and Kevin Sullivan's trying to tell him.
And he gets to meet John Cena.
Yeah. And Kevin Sullivan's trying to teach him the ways of the world. Hulk Hogan does not care about you.
Yeah.
He is a selfish person. He's only using you because of your simpleness to make him seem like a good guy, but he's not. And of course, that creates a family rift between the Sullivans.
He's just like he's doing to that guy. And he points over at Brutus Beefcake in the Zodiac thing. Yeah. Yes. No.
Oh, no.
Yes.
So now Kevin Sullivan is evil again. So he is no longer from Daytona Beach. He now seeks sanctuary in the Conch Republic. Do you have any idea what that is?
I don't know, dude. I conked out.
It is a tongue-in-cheek, from Wikipedia, a tongue-in-cheek micronation and secessionist movement declared by the city of Key West, Florida in 1982.
Okay,
over
that's funny.
A road sign.
That's funny.
No, that's really good.
That's funny that he comes from that. There's still a couple of those in America. They're trying to make their own currency and stuff. Kevin Sullivan creeps me out, dude. We've talked about this. He seems very much like a character from Oz. Can I ask you a question? When he walks out for this match, can I get to him walking out, or you got other stuff you got to hit?
Oh, no. Just the fact that the Conch Republic fought a 1-minute war with the U.S. Very funny.
Who won?
They surrendered 1 minute later and then applied for $1 billion in foreign aid. Pretty funny.
Big fan.
Pretty funny.
Big fan of the Conch Republic. Why? Can you tell me? when Kevin Sullivan is walking out, does he just keep going, hey?
I wish I had a good answer.
Did you notice him doing that?
Yeah, no. My wife also noticed it, and she was like, "Why is he doing that?" And I was like, "I don't know."
Wrestling is because I do stand up like you do some like, hey, I'm gonna try some stuff tonight. Like, when did he come up with? I'm gonna try my new thing is gonna be when I walk out, I just say hey over and over again.
Hey a bunch. If I had any guess, it might be a tribute to Bruiser Brody, who used to walk to the ring and go, huss, huss, huss. That's the best I got.
Okay, that's fine.
And I'm not even saying that that's what that is. I agree. It's super weird and makes no sense, other than maybe he's starting to be possessed by the spirit of the Taskmaster, because we are heading towards the Dungeon of Doom.
That is true. Yeah. I'm going to play a little bit of it just so everybody gets a grasp of what it looks like. Because he's also doing the like bushwhackers talk out of the side of my mouth because I'm crazy thing.
Yeah.
Now seek sanctuary in the Conk Republic.
and then we get the shout out to the Conk Republic.
Yeah.
So
he seeks sanctuary in the Conk Republic is very funny, but him screaming "Hey" is a problem. It's a problem.
If you'd believe this, dear listener / watcher, if you're on YouTube, this match stinks. It stinks. Maybe the worst of any match I've ever watched. Oh man,
it's just not good, man. There's nothing good going on here. He's coming out in a Hulk robe with Fernando Rodney hat. Shout out to the former closer in the MLB. It's just there's really nothing to talk about here.
And they give him the "I Want to Be a Hulkamaniac" song, which is one of the most pandering, least entertaining, just terrible songs in history that I think might have a Hulk Hogan doing a rap in it, but I did not go back to revisit it. Forgot.
I mean, a Hulk rap at some point, dude. He did.
Yeah.
My two notes for this is why is Kevin just saying "hey" over and over, and bro, this sucks all in capital letters.
Yeah. The only thing in this match that I thought I think about this every time we watch a Kevin Sullivan match. His finish or his main move is the double stomp, which I have to imagine is your worst nightmare as a pro wrestling move, where a dude just jumps up and jumps on your stomach with his feet.
Stomping on my breadbasket. Well, we've talked about it. There's equal chance that they will kill me, but also fix me. If
right.
I got a lot of scar tissue in there. If they dislodge, it might help me out a little bit. You know what I mean?
That might break some stuff up, actually.
Yeah, it's Cousin Eddie's daughter. She falls down a well, her eyes go cross, she gets kicked by a mule to go back again.
Kevin Sullivan gets counted out in five. Kevin Sullivan gets counted out in 5 minutes 17 seconds. Great.
Thank God. Who's the referee here? Who do I need to thank? I hope it's not Nick Patrick.
The referee who did us the favor of counting out Kevin Sullivan. So this
it
match
is Nick Patrick.
Over.
I will not. Okay. I refuse to thank him. It was a happy accident that he did the right thing here.
He's just doing his job.
Yeah.
You don't get thanked for just doing your job.
Yeah, well, you can count. Good for you, asshole.
This got a dud rating in the Wrestling Observer newsletter. Even happy Dave Meltzer couldn't find a silver lining for this one.
It was really bad. We started this fucking show off with like like you talked about, like the tag team match was TLC 2 compared to the other ones, and it sucked.
Right. Yeah. But I'm seeing a silver lining over the horizon here.
Yeah.
Because up next, we get the video package of Arn Anderson turning on Dustin Rhodes. If you did not listen to our Bash at the Beach episode, go ahead and do that. But at Bash at the Beach, after spending 10 minutes on the apron, after agreeing to help Dustin Rhodes defeat the Stud Stable, fiery white meat babyface Arn Anderson jumps in the ring, grabs Dustin Rhodes, immediately DDTs him.
Yeah,
Hilarious.
and I this was where the conversation of the Rides for Hitters Hall of Fame thing was, because I wrote down Arn Anderson deserves to be in the Rides for Hitters Hall of Fame, because I remember Arn Anderson fighting for his guys, and he does this to me because Arn Anderson, I forgot, is a bastard.
Yeah, he's a bastard, man.
Yeah.
So now we get the
Andrew hate.
Yeah, we get the conclusion here where Arn Anderson comes out with the old ornery alligator himself, Colonel Robert Parker, and Meng. Can't forget about Meng. And then Dustin Rhodes comes out. They did keep his like country outlaw Hank Williams Jr. song, The Natural. Well, they call him The Natural. That song rules.
Yeah,
I'm
and
so happy.
He kept his garb, his thing that also says The Natural on it, his suit, which looks really cool if you're watching on the YouTube. And also, I don't know why he's got this like jock strap thing going on in this picture that I never noticed. I don't know if that's just stripes on the pants that shouldn't be there. Maybe they're trying to make it look like chaps. I think that's probably.
I was thinking. I think that's supposed to be chaps.
Yeah, that's probably
yeah.
Like chaps. Oh, it is chaps. No, it's just straight up chaps. I just took a bad. I paused at the wrong time. Those are chaps over his trunks, so makes sense now.
I really enjoyed this match.
Yeah.
Arn Anderson and Dustin wrestle back and forth at the beginning, kind of a feeling out thing. They break after Dustin gets the advantage and Arn Anderson complains about getting his hair pulled. It's one of my favorite my favorite bald heel tactics. It's like if I complained that someone pulled my hair in a wrestling match. But it's just great because he grabs the referee and he's like, come over here. And he goes, pulled the hair.
He's like, pulling my hair. He kept doing it. Also, you find out at the beginning of this, you might have known this, Dusty. Arn Anderson broke Dusty Rhodes' leg in 1985 and his arm in 1988. What is Dustin Rhodes doing teaming with this individual? You break my daddy's arm and leg, we're never tag teaming together.
Well, it's one of the things where he Arn Anderson had flipped babyface. So now it's I'm going to bring you in because I know what an ornery bastard you can be, but hopefully you're an ornery bastard for me. Yeah, it turns out not the case.
The bones for thee, not for
the bones for thee. And Dustin takes an awesome bump going for a crossbody. He like flies over the top rope and the stairs that are still weirdly placed in the middle of the ring and the ramp, clears the top rope and the ramp and falls onto the floor. It looked awesome.
It did look awesome. I always wonder, like, the first time you do that, if you're terrified or if he had taken enough bumps his whole life that he knows that he can just throw himself over that top rope and fall fine. But it's pretty sick.
Yeah. Or if he started to go over the top rope and he's like, fuck the stairs. I forgot about the stairs.
At one point, Dustin Rhodes gets hit in the eye, and you hear the Texas in him. He yells, "Shit!"
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to bring up next. This is also a great watching two guys punch each other wrestling match. Like Dustin Rhodes has an awesome working punch, and so does Arn Anderson. So like every time Dustin rears back to hit Arn Anderson, it makes a really good noise and looks really good.
You're 100% right. And I forgot to mention at the beginning of this match, right at the beginning, bell rings, Dustin gives him one of these, like makes him flinch, and Arn flinches and then begs off to the referee. Like, come on, man.
Hey, I didn't know we were doing flinches. So the end of this match, Dustin goes for a roll up after Arn Anderson is caught trying to cheat to get his pin, but then
he's holding on to the ropes.
And Dustin gets the win, like a roll up kind of fluky win. And while they're announcing Dustin's name, Arn Anderson nails him with a clothesline and then DDTs him. So, Dustin wins the battle, but he loses the war on this one.
And Colonel Rob Parker declares Arn Anderson the winner at the end of this.
Who's standing up? You know what I mean? If you're asking who it looks like won this thing,
who would you rather be?
Yeah. In the end, who would want to be Dustin?
Yeah.
In this one. So Dustin wins 9 minutes and 50 seconds. This got 3 1/4 stars. Like I said at the top, I really enjoyed this match.
Yeah, man.
We love Dustin Rhodes in WCW. Arn Anderson is always just right in the pocket.
Yeah.
It's like underappreciated aspect of Arn Anderson. It feels like.
Yeah, man. There's times where Arn Anderson is such a secondary character that he doesn't really affect what's happening on the screen. But the times that he is like involved, like a primary character and everything, I enjoy every minute of it. Like he's always doing something compelling. He just looks like your uncle, and he's either making you very mad or making you root for him pretty substantially. So these two, like I said, he's a bastard, but these two shows have made me really appreciate Arn Anderson more than I did, and I appreciated him before. So shout out to him.
Yeah. Backstage, we got a Hulk Hogan promo with Jimmy Hart and Brother Brudeye, and Hogan kind of slightly insinuates that he can't go anywhere because his arms are so recognizable. He's like, I tried to sneak in here last night in a hoodie and a hat, brother, but they saw the pythons. And I was like, all right. But I guess that's true. Like, nobody looks like Hulk Hogan looks.
Yeah, nobody is that shade of like tan with those pythons. You know what I mean? They might have one or the other, but if we might be able to pick him out of a lineup.
Yeah.
If he walked in completely covered, we'd be like, those are the pythons.
Hogan has to get in a small little dig on Andre here, mentioning that he body slammed him in Detroit. And this is after Andre's dead. He's like, big shouts to the giant in heaven, but never forget, body slammed him.
Body slammed his ass. He was 912 pounds.
And then they ask him if he trusts Mr. T, which is sort of what the underlying storyline is kind of hinging on. Is Mr. T going to turn on the Hulkster? And Hogan says that he looked Mr. T in the eye, and he can always tell if somebody's lying based on if they'll look him in the eye or not. And he still trusts Mr. T. So I guess he's never looking at Brutus Beefcake ever. He's never looked at Brudeye in the eye for anything.
Hey, why would you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Plus, all the multiple facial surgeries. I don't know if Brother Brudeye can emote. He can show his emotions on his face. You know,
the eye might go to the left, but that's because of the devastating facial injuries that he suffered. So
this was, I thought, a better promo than Flair's, and I would not. Yeah. There's very rare. I don't think I would ever put Hulk Hogan over Ric Flair in terms of promo game, but these two shows, I think that I thought this Hulk Hogan promo was really good. Like, he didn't stumble. He stayed. It's always pretty much one. He's always the same guy. It's pretty much one energy, but it was very, very effective as a promo, I thought.
Well, Flair knowing he's got to look at the lights 2 months in a row might be something that hampers his desire to cut a real promo.
Just another day at the office for old Hulk Hogan. He's just gonna bury Nate one more goddamn time, and he's gonna do it a bunch more in the rest of his career. Even though
it's just a Sunday night for the old Hulkster. They cut back to Heenan and Shivani, and Heenan immediately goes, he doesn't sound confident to me. He sounds scared, which is awesome. At Fall Brawl, they show us that Steve Austin was supposed to wrestle Ricky the Dragon Steamboat for the United States title, but legitimately Steamboat had been injured at Clash of the Champions, had to retire off of what looks like a really unimpressive bump. Like, he's on the second rope and it looks like they're going to do the superplex thing, and Austin pushes him to the mat, and just Steamboat just falls weird on the small of his back, takes a weird bump and fucks his back up and has to retire. And so,
was it a lasting retirement?
He came back years and years later in WWE to work a little program with Chris Jericho, which was actually pretty good. But he was infinitely retired. It stayed pretty
that's wild,
pretty real, which sucks because he was not that old whenever I think he was in his late 30s. He might have been 40 when he had to retire.
That dude was in his late 30s he was like Steve Martin, bro. Like, Steve Martin was the same age for a real long time, and it seems like Ricky Steamboat was too.
And he still just looks like Ricky Steamboat.
He's just 39. He's just always 39. He's gonna die at 39.
Austin is awesome here, where Steamboat's having to relinquish the belt to him, and he calls him a mealy-mouthed Hawaiian. When Steamboat's like giving his heartfelt apology for not being able to wrestle, and then Nick Bockwinkel's there, and he's like, "Well, we have a replacement opponent. You have to wrestle." And Austin's like, "I don't have to wrestle anybody. I signed to wrestle Ricky Steamboat. That's who I'm wrestling." And then Nick Bockwinkel's still talking to him, and Austin goes, hey, watch the hands. I'm the champ. And they bring out Hacksaw Jim Duggan, who beats Stone Cold Steve Austin. I mean, he's stunning Steve Austin here, but in like 11 seconds to become the United States champion.
Yeah, he just pushes him over, splashes him on the ground, and pins him.
Pins him. So this is the rematch, Justice for Steve. We've got Stunning Steve Austin versus Hacksaw Jim Duggan for the U.S. title. I love that Steve Austin has started adopting phrases on the back of his tights. Like whenever he was feuding,
I was going to talk about too.
When he was feuding with Steamboat, it was Dragon Slayer, and now his tights just say U.S. champ on the back.
When he's the challenger.
Yeah. And look, I bought new tights. These are the ones I got to ride with for a while. Pretty hefty investment, black tights with white typeface on the back of them.
You know how much it costs to get these things embroidered?
As Duggan is getting in the ring, Austin's not having any of his bullshit. Immediately attacks him and is taking over on him. Austin, we talked about this last week, and I'll talk about it forever. As the chicken shit heel Stunning Steve Austin, incredible seller, incredibly willing to put his face directly in the doo-doo.
Yep.
Such a great performer. There's a part where he's trying to do the thing where he puts a Hacksaw's leg on the bottom rope and then jumps and like slams on it with his ass. But Hacksaw moves his leg, so Austin busts his ass on the mat, and then Hacksaw hits him with an atomic drop, also attacking his tailbone, and Austin takes a bump to the floor, walks around, and then flare flops on the floor. Just incredible. Like, and of course, like we talked about with Dustin Rhodes, you never ever want to take Stone Cold away from him.
Oh yeah.
I just wonder where Stunning, like, I mean, I guess they put Stunning Steve as far as they would take him, but like, if he hadn't got injured by the power driver from Owen Hart, like, such an incredible wrestler.
Yeah, I think he's a superstar either way if they treat him as such.
Yeah.
But I think it's pretty clear that Stone Cold has, well, in my opinion, Stone Cold has a higher ceiling, especially with where wrestling goes. But I mean, Stunning Steve Austin's great. He's awesome. He's must-watch television. I have a question about Hacksaw Jim Duggan for you.
Okay.
Are you surprised? Let me look at this. He never held a single belt in the WWE. And he, in WCW, never world champ. Not the most surprising thing in the world. Never a tag team champ either. I don't know if he was ever a tag team wrestler, but like, it's in WCW and WWE, he had the TV title and the U.S. title, one-time U.S. heavyweight champion. So do you think he could have had more, or do you think that's about his ceiling and he's just a fun guy who didn't need the titles?
Well, in the WWF, in my opinion, the problem is in the 80s when he's the hottest that he could be, he's on the babyface side. And they're not taking the belt off of Hogan to put it on to Hacksaw. You know,
that's fair.
He never turns heel in the WWF. It's the same problem like that Jake the Snake had.
He's a babyface gimmick too. I mean, I was thinking about that as well.
And so you could have him as the Intercontinental Champion, but they kind of liked to mix. Like, if your babyface is the top champion, you kind of want to heel as the Intercontinental Champion so you can run different angles, and if they're running two towns, you can do the hated heel Intercontinental Champion versus a beloved babyface, and then the other town could be Hogan versus whoever the heel of the month or the variety of heel is. Look at that, not a heel right here. That's a pure babyface.
He's a babyface to the people, but he's a real bastard behind the scenes. I can tell you that. There's my cat Hobbs, everybody.
And whenever Duggan comes in have to look at. When Hogan comes into WCW, Duggan's one of Hogan's guys. And so Hogan, Duggan also can't get the belt there because they're going to take it off of Hogan to put it on to Duggan. So kind of middle card.
Yeah, I just feel like they could have put him in a really fun tag team, like him and another really hot dumb, like big dumb guy. This goes against it because I don't think. Go ahead.
The only thing is, you could have you could have put him in a tag where he could have been a champ.
He's like
possibly
he's like the bruiser for another baby face, like or something like that. Like it just, I don't know. I feel like you could have made a real fun rowdy tag team with Hacksaw Jim Duggan and somebody else,
Well, easy is him and Boss Man in WWF.
Oh man,
you make them the champs.
Yeah,
and that's a fun babyface team for sure. But yeah, he does eventually turn heel in WCW. He weirdly joins Team Canada as kind of a swerve, and everybody hates it. You want to guess who was in charge of WCW Creative whenever it's a swerve. So who do you think was in charge when that happened?
When was this?
This is in the year 2000.
Oh, I mean,
you know the answer.
that's Mr. Vince Russo.
That's a deadly game right there.
It's a deadly game. That sounds like something the Batman would do.
Yeah. I you know what? I get the odd suspicion that someone's going to call me bro whenever he's pitching this idea to me. They'll never see it coming, bro.
Yeah.
He's been for America so long. What if all of a sudden he's with Canada?
We ruined that. What if we ruined that? Right before 9/11 too. God damn it.
Yeah.
That's probably why really 9/11
happened. Bobby Heenan is just dropping bombs on Hacksaw on commentary in this match. He calls him illiterate. He says that he doesn't know how to read. He calls him illiterate and also specifically that he doesn't know how to read. Says that whenever he goes to a restaurant, you can't take him to a restaurant because he can't read the menu. He just looks at the pictures and picks from that. Like, just running all of his old sort of Don Rickles insults, I really enjoyed. And then the end of this match, Steve Austin backdrops Hacksaw Jim Duggan over the top rope for a DQ. Cool.
Sick.
Yep. So we've got a draw, a count out, and a disqualification all on this show.
Bischoff is starting to find his legs.
Yep. Winner by disqualification, Hacksaw Jim Duggan at 8 minutes and 2 seconds. This got 2 stars. I think I understand where it's like Duggan is a Hogan guy, and sort of this is the beginning of the Friends of Hogan era of WCW, like Honky Tonk Man, Brutus, Hacksaw, a guy who comes out at the end of this show. Those are Hogan's dudes, so they start getting put in positions. But you also don't want to beat Steve Austin. You beat him last month as kind of a babyface pop to make good for the fact that you don't get the Steamboat match, but you don't want to just beat your guy a bunch of months in a row. But so what do you got to do? You got to disqualify him.
And then Hacksaw gets his hands on that 2x4 and he swings it at him, and
it is
good timing. Austin gets out of the way. He begs off, gets out of the way. Hacksaw hits the rope with the 2x4. I love Hacksaw Jim Duggan, man. That's why I asked you that question. I was like, I know, I understand he's not like top guy material, but give him a freaking belt every once in a while.
As a regional star, like in Mid-South wrestling, Hacksaw Jim Duggan is the shit. When it's like him, Dr. Death, Ted DiBiase before he's the $1 Million Man, like Mid-South wrestling, Hacksaw was a legit top guy because he's a big, tough bastard. Yeah. And that's what Mid-South was selling. That's the product they were selling. So just on a national level, like, I'm sure Hacksaw made a bunch of good money for a bunch of years being like the number 2 or 3 babyface in the WWF. It didn't need the belt.
I'd be really sad if I found out that Hacksaw Jim Duggan needed money right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that would be tough. The Mean Gene calls out Sting, who did not wrestle at Bash at the Beach and does not wrestle at this show. He comes out. So this is Surfer Sting in a tuxedo for tonight's gala steel cage match / Met Gala, but he's still got the wraparound sunglasses. These look like the sun blockers, the Ray-Bans.
No, these are true Oakleys. True Oakleys.
Oh, okay.
Every baseball coach in this, this is 94, so it's a little early for me.
Yeah.
I started travel baseball probably 4 years after this, but every coach had a pair of Oakleys like this. I actually had a pair of Oakleys like this at one point. My sister put them in a little tiny drawer, and they smashed and broke.
Oh man!
Never forgave her. To this day,
those are those are pretty sick. To be fair, like I know it's kind of hack, whatever guy now, but like they look cool,
and they're kind of back. Sunglasses like this are kind of back. You just have to have the right aesthetic to wear them, of which I do not think I have. I'm 35.
I also don't have it. I feel like all sunglasses make me look like a bug, which is unfortunate for me.
We can find you some. Let's go sunglass shopping, dude.
Oh, what a time.
That'd be fun, dude. Hit the sunglass hut, get a pretzel.
Hell yeah, dude. Sting is going to be here tonight and sit in the front row because he wants to know who's going to lead wrestling into the 90s. No one has told Sting that it is 1994. Blue Album's already out.
Yeah.
Like we're entrenched.
OJ's Kurt Cobain happening.
Yeah, Kurt Cobain unfortunately is gone. The Blue Album's out. OJ's on trial. It's the 90s, baby.
I think Tupac's got 2 years left. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the Tupacalypse is near.
Yeah.
So
Machiavelli.
Little does Sting know that it's actually him that's going to become one of the most important figures of the.
It's like the mid 90s.
Yeah, California Love comes out next year.
Yeah.
But little does Sting know that in another version of Black and White, he's going to be the guy who revolutionizes the wrestling industry.
And once again, as we talked about revisionist history in wrestling, I wanted to see what this Sting could have done.
Yeah.
Or what he would have evolved to. I would have liked to see this Sting fighting the NWO and not just standing his creepy ass up in the rafters and then showing up without a tan. But
yeah, you know how I feel about Surfer Sting.
Yeah,
he's my guy. Or Crow Sting. He's my guy.
And I get it, man. But listen, the Dusty, the booking sucked. The payoff sucked.
Yeah,
everything sucked. He didn't get his run.
Sting from September 1996 until the morning of Starrcade 97 did not suck.
So until he wrestled, he sucked.
Until
he wrestled, it was good.
As long as he was hanging out with vultures and dropping from ceilings and not talking to anybody, he was great.
Listen, I think this might be a cultural problem because I watched The Crow and did the jerk off sign with my hand the whole time. So
yeah, this might be where we divulge, we differ. We diverge.
Yeah, always playing a guitar solo. That's cool.
The hard part about The Crow, if you watch it now, is when he's playing that guitar solo on the roof, and it's supposed to be this like badass moment. They cut to a crow that has its mouth open as though it is the amp that is, and that's me and my buddy who loved The Crow watched it with someone who had never seen it, and I was like, ooh, that's tough. That's a tough moment to come back from.
I watched it with my brother who was the Crow. Like he was the reason they made that movie was for Jacob Cotner of Fort Smith, Arkansas. Yeah. And I watched it with him when we were both adults, and the whole time I was watching it going, what am I going to tell him?
How do I lessen this blow?
How do I break it to him that this isn't my thing and I think this is hokey bullshit?
Yeah. We replay the continuing beef, as you said, between the Guardian Angel and Big Van Vader. They wrestled at Fall Brawl, where Harley Race hits one of his famous headbutts. And then they wrestled on WCW Saturday Night, where Harley Race takes an incredible bump over the corner. Yeah, getting slammed by the Guardian Angel. It's like, once again, we've now got on site. The beef will never stop between these two guys. And Ray Traylor doesn't give up.
Boy, does Ray Traylor hate Harley Race. He's so sick of Harley Race in this whole thing.
I'm gonna submit for the Rides for Their Hitter Hall of Fame based on the things that happened to poor Harley Race in this match. Harley Race deserves to be on this list for riding for Vader. The Guardian Angel comes out with a whole bunch of other Guardian Angels. The beret is a tough look.
I feel like they should have just called him Ray Trailer, man. I think Ray Trailer's a pretty sick name, and I understand you can't call him Big Boss Man, and Big Boss Man's like the dopest name of all time. But I think Guardian Angel sucks, and because when they want to like shorten his name, they just call him the Angel, which also sucks. And you can't go from the Big Boss Man to the Angel, because I know we have like context as to why he's called that, because it's anyway. But like, I just think I don't like it at all. We got a really good Harley Race face right here, by the way.
And Harley Race's jacket is sick. It looks awesome.
And Boss Man's pissed at somebody in the background, but
well, and it's also like once he takes the beret off and he takes off like whatever jacket he's wearing, now he just looks like somebody's stepdad. Like he doesn't look like anything.
Which I like. I think that's part of his appeal.
Yeah.
It's just looking like a dude.
You got to give him something to hang his hat on. They cut to Sting and Muhammad Ali talking next to each other. Man, would I like to be a fly on the wall for what Sting and Muhammad Ali are talking about. So no, that was the Big Boss Man, but due to legal reasons, we can't call him that.
Pissant Vince owns the rights. He doesn't own the Stinger though. You ever surf?
Big surf guy. Yeah.
And this is like a new thing. You didn't have it when you were fighting. Oh man.
Yeah, tough all over.
Did you try the hot dogs?
Pretty good. Detroit.
78 cents.
I'm surprised they don't have deep dish in the arena. Actually, you a deep dish guy? What kind of pizza you do?
Yeah, Detroit likes to talk a lot about their pizza, but it's really they just cut it in squares.
Yeah, that's like you said, the Guardian Angel is fixated on Harley Race. Huge problem with Harley Race. They're fighting. Harley Race gets in the ring. The Guardian Angel has Vader down. He attacks Harley Race, picks Vader up for what's supposed to be a body slam, but he can't post up with Vader, so he legitimately just drops Vader on Harley Race.
Yeah.
Poor old Harley Race gets all 400 plus pounds of Vader just slammed onto him.
God damn it looks like Ray, you son of...
It looks like it kills him.
But then, of course, couldn't do the spot.
Yeah, but then of course, because Harley Race is the toughest son of a bitch who ever lived, he's back almost immediately to get attacked more by the Guardian Angel. Guardian Angel must have been watching some pancrase fights or some boss rootin' while training to be a Guardian Angel, because it starts hitting him with the pancrase open palm strikes.
Palm strikes, dude.
Yeah,
these guys. We talked about this the last time they wrestled. They are hitting each other like.
Yeah,
like there was one punch in the last match where Ray Trailer looks like he just punched Vader straight in the jaw, and these guys are just hitting each other. Which I wonder if they know, like, Vader's a big fucker. I can hit him. I don't hit him as hard as I can, but I can make contact, and he's fine. But yeah, he does do some boss root and palm strikes for sure.
I watched an interview with Ron Simmons where Ron Simmons was talking about his run wrestling Vader, where he's like, hey, Vader, he hits hard, but he knows I hit hard. And so he's kind of like, I'm letting him set the tempo. And so like, if he sends something my way, I'm sending it back his way. And that's just how we worked. And I think that is really Vader's kind of MO, is you have to, like, he wants you to hit him back because he's hitting you. Speaking
he's
of
like,
which,
justify my aggression.
Yeah. Speaking of which, he clocks poor Ray Trailer with a clothesline that does not look like it's full. It looks like maybe Ray's not selling on the ground, because Vader backs up for a minute and Harley Race is like kind of standing by him, not doing anything to him, and Ray is just laid out.
Well, it's a really weird spot, because this is basically the finish of this match, because he eventually hits other things, but like, yeah, Boss Man grabs him and is gonna throw him into the rope. He like calls a spot as he's throwing him into the rope, And this is the slowest, like laziest rope running I've ever seen in my life. Like I almost feel like somebody's hurt because like, let's see if I can get it. That's 141.17. Let me get to like 11. Look at this. Okay, so Trailer grabs him. You can see him call the spot here, right there. Throws him, running at 1 mile an hour, throws the worst clothesline, throws him down, and he's dead.
Yeah.
He's just dead. And Leon sells the arm, Mr. Vader, but I don't know what happened there. I feel like somebody's hurt.
Yeah, or like they're just gassed.
Just so
They're both
tired.
Gassed. Yeah, because they've been throwing legitimate strikes at each other. Really fighting tires you out pretty hard.
Is Butterbean okay?
They talk about that a lot in UFC, where it's like if you really are trying to fight someone for 5 minutes, it's exhausting. So the end of this match, I thought the finish is very cool because obviously the Guardian Angel has an opportunity to win this match, but he can't fucking stop with Harley Race. So he grabs Harley, who's on the outside of the ring, picks him up for a suplex. As soon as he bumps with Harley on the suplex, Vader runs and hits him with a big splash. Like really well coordinated.
It's really cool timing, yeah.
Yeah, and so Vader wins this one. This match was only 8 minutes and 17 seconds, but these two beat the dog shit out of each other for my personal enjoyment. So 2 and 3/4 stars for this match.
I enjoyed it more than that, but I can see why I got that.
Yeah,
a Big Boss Man's the same thing as Arn Anderson for me. Whenever he's like at the center of something, I'm always entertained.
Yeah. But speaking of something not that entertaining, Mean Gene is in the aisleway. He calls out Thomas Hitman Hearns to do an interview for whatever reason. And Thomas Hearns comes out and Mean Gene is like, man, tonight Flair versus Hogan. This reminds me a lot of your fights with Sugar Ray Leonard. Your real accomplishments remind me a whole lot of these two dudes fake fighting each other in a steel cage.
Listen, dude, Marvin Hagler really did a lot to this guy. Tommy Hearns is punch drunk like crazy having this conversation. And he fought for 12 years after this. And he fought until 2006.
Oh,
that
upsets me.
Let me look. 1994, January 29th, 94. He fought in January and February of 94. And then he fought 9 or 10 times after this. And he only lost once. And he retired on his stool in the third round in 2000. So he didn't fight like all the time. He fought like once a year until 2000, and then he came back in 2005 and 2006. But the battle, did he fight Hagler more than once? But their fight in 1985 is one of the most famous, like two guys just beating the tar out of each other fights of all time. And he got TKO'd by Marvin Hagler, and like he is slurring his words bad in this interview. And it doesn't sound drunk. It sounds punch drunk to me.
Yeah. And I was going to he doesn't really have any point to make.
Yeah. Hulk Hogan's just really famous. We all know Hulk Hogan, like that type of shit. It's like, all right, man.
That's not great. And it's a bummer to watch. Then not a bummer to watch. They show the build up for Terry Funk and Bunkhouse Buck versus the Nasty Boys, in which one of the segments is the Nasty Boys running out to fight them. Terry Funk's wearing a poncho. He gets the poncho pulled over his head, and then he swings wildly while the poncho is over the top of his head. And I was watching it with my wife, and I go, watch this guy.
Yeah.
Look at how fucking entertaining Terry Funk is.
Classic Terry Funk. And I got an idea for a name for this tag team. I've been working on trying to find a name.
Okay.
You'll understand this reference, I believe. Came out in, I think, 92, so it works out. Funky Buck Lovin'.
Okay.
Shout out to Rookie of the Year.
Shout out Rookie of the Year. Speaking of things that are essential to the makeup of this podcast, Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
Was one of them.
Let the big dog eat.
What the hell is he talking about? What the hell was I talking about?
By the way, I wrote it down. Who is beating up Brian Knobbs when they jump the Nasty Boys after the match? It is Meng. They jump the Nasty Boys backstage in this.
Yeah,
and
Meng is beating the shit out of Brian Knobbs.
I don't know what Brian Knobbs did to Meng, but he is beating him up bad, and you can hear the slaps. Like he's hitting him hard.
That's Haku.
I know,
famed. Yeah, but
Vitaman's face off.
I saw an interview with the Big Show where he was talking about a WCW match that was like, look at Meng, poor Brian Knobbs.
Dude, he's like, what the hell is doing? Haku, stop, dude! It's me, it's Brian.
I watched an interview with the Big Show.
This'll work, bro.
Yeah, I swear to God.
He's gonna fucking kill me.
I saw an interview with the Big Show where he was talking about in one of the WCW like 3-ring battle royal things. He kept leaving the different rings to get away from Meng because Meng was just chopping the shit out of him and just beating him up. And backstage after the match, he goes up to him and he's like, Meng, did I do something to upset you? And Ming's like, no, why?
I love you, man.
Because you just kept following me to the ring and just chopping the shit out of me. And he goes, oh yeah, I knew the camera was on you. So that's just how it goes with Meng, you know.
He's an entertainer, dude. He beat the shit out of Brian Knobbs.
I didn't know those were your hot pockets thing. I'm so sorry. Please, Jesus Christ.
God damn it, man. I don't want to do this anymore.
That wasn't your Crystal Pepsi, was it? The Nasty Boys bring out a pumpkin, and I wrote a note at the beginning of this match that said, if that doesn't go on Terry Funk's head, I'm going to be very upset.
Yeah,
that's my note.
My note was so that pumpkin's going through somebody's head. I didn't think of it ending up on Terry Funk's head, which is objectively a better idea.
Yeah. So I'm going to say this because we do the mullet contest on these, on some of these episodes. If Brian Knobbs is in this, is in the show that we're watching, he by default wins the mullet contest unless there is an extraordinary mullet. Just pencil Knobbs in as the winner.
I had pretty much the same thought. He has such a distinct, just a nasty boy mullet. He's got a dirty guy mullet to end all dirty guy mullets. Here's a good shot of it right here. It's just it is genuinely a Joe Dirt mullet.
It's the Patriots in the 2000s. Like he might lose every once in a while, but pretty much you can pencil him into the AFC Championship. You know what I mean?
100%. Do you think he was born without the top of his skull?
Also, I will say that I bet it's grafted into his hair, into his skin by now. The amount of dyeing and product he has to put in that hair, I'm sure it's molded to his skin now. This is such a funny. There's a bunch of Terry Funk stuff, but I just wanted to talk about.
I got to talk about the beginning. Can I talk about the beginning? The first thing that happens.
Go ahead.
They start fighting immediately. Both teams going after each other pretty hard. Both nasty boys get offense on the Funky Buck Loving guys, and Brian Knobbs. So Terry Funk gets up with the poncho over his head. Because it's always that's gold, Jerry.
Evergreen, yeah, it's evergreen.
Brian Knobbs then throws Bunkhouse Buck into Terry Funk, and Terry Funk, because the poncho was over his eyes, does not know who just got thrown into him, and because he's middle-aged and crazy, him and Bunkhouse Buck roll out of the ring fighting each other. Bunk swinging, Terry gets up and gets into his fighting stance. It's the greatest thing you've ever seen.
It's just four. It's just four maniacs. That's all this match is. The part that really tickled me is the Funk is in the ring with Jerry Sags, who is in control, and then he just sits on Terry Funk's chest and just rubs his butt all over him
on his face, basically.
And then picks him up and does the armpit thing into Jerry Sags, and Funk escapes and backs up and just goes, "You son of a bitch! Damn you!"
Yeah, and he's got blood on his lip. He's look how pissed off he is. Here it is. "You son of a bitch! Damn you!" And he just wipes the blood off his lip.
Of course, at a certain point in this match, Bunkhouse Buck grabs a rope that they brought to the ring and uses it to choke one of the Nasty Boys. That's obviously going to happen.
Yeah, what are they not going to have a rope?
Yeah. The spot that I thought would happen that doesn't because of Muhammad Ali's health, unfortunately, is Terry Funk takes one of his classic bumps outside of the ring, where it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, where he falls through the ropes, and then he grabs the guardrail right in front of Sting and Muhammad Ali and shakes it a bunch. And I think if Muhammad Ali could get up, Funk would go to throw a punch. Muhammad Ali blocks it, hits him with a counter. That's the place is going to blow off. The roof's going to blow off if they could have done that spot.
Yeah, and I completely agree. I knew I had a feeling that's what you were talking about. he did make Muhammad Ali a little nervous at one point.
Yeah, he was trying to work with him, but
he's because I didn't expect the punch, which I think is a good spot. I expected Terry to get kind of close to Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali gets up, pulls back for a punch, and Terry gets the hell out of there. You know what I mean? But
okay. Yeah.
If you watch this, Terry has a chair in his head. And he's just hitting himself in the head for no reason with the chair. And this camera guy is like, "This guy's crazy. Look at his face."
Yep.
And so he hits himself. Now we've got Muhammad Ali right here. Terry has knocked the guardrail into Muhammad Ali, who blocked the guardrail away. And then Muhammad gives him a, "Hey, dude, relax. Watch." Hey, no. And then Terry drops the chair and walks away.
There's a story from Mid-South Wrestling where they brought in Muhammad Ali to be a special guest referee in the 80s, and all the heels line up so Muhammad Ali can hit him with punches, off the apron.
Oh yeah.
And Jake the Snake is the last one, and Muhammad Ali hits him with the punch. Jake doesn't sell it. Muhammad Ali hits him with another punch. Jake doesn't sell it. Muhammad Ali hits him with a third punch. Jake does the Muhammad Ali shuffle back at him, and no sells it. And then backstage they were like, what are you doing? Why'd you no sell that? And he goes, "He won't be here tomorrow."
Yeah.
He's like, fucking awesome. But you sell for the greatest. You got to sell.
You sell for Muhammad Ali. Those are the ones. Yeah. That's the one that's believable. I understand not selling for David Arquette.
Right. The end of this match, when you know it, Terry Funk power drived onto a pumpkin.
Right onto a pumpkin.
Of course. So I was
I'll eat the pumpkin. You don't even have to ask. I'm going straight through that bastard. If the hole was big enough, the pumpkin would have ended up on his head.
It would have ended up on his head.
And he would have been swinging indiscriminately with the pumpkin on his head. And it would have been one of the greatest moments in the history of professional wrestling.
The ritual is satisfied. Humanity lives another 100 years. Power drived onto a pumpkin. The Nasty Boys win 7 minutes 56 seconds. This gets 1 star, which I feel is unfair because Power driver onto a pumpkin. Guess what? 5 stars.
Terry Funk and Bunkhouse Buck fighting each other out of the ring, and then slowly realizing that they're fighting each other. Like this is better than that. This is better than earlier matches. I got higher stuff. I don't know. I feel like Dave got tired.
On the list of funniest things that I've ever seen, there's the big hand,
and
then there's than there's maybe anything Terry Funk has ever done.
just so everybody knows, big hand from Jackass. I believe it's Jackass 3.
Jackass 3. Yeah.
That has the big hand, and subsequently WrestleMania
with Sami Zayn and Johnny Knoxville. Big hand.
Big hand.
Terry Funk, maybe the funniest wrestling person. He gets his own. He's at the top of the list of, like, he's tied with The Rock and with, a couple of other people for the funniest people to be in professional wrestling.
And I would say funniest wrestler,
physically,
meaning like in the ring, all like nobody wrestles funnier than him in terms of guys that are respected for their wrestling. Like, he's not in any way a clown wrestler. He is a legitimate professional wrestler that a lot of people put up there with the best of all time. And he knows how to make everything look really funny and mean when he needs to, and scary when he needs to, and triumphant when he needs to. But there's always something he does. I noticed today, this is something that I've seen him do a lot, but I finally was able to like contextualize it. Instead of, because we've talked about it a lot in wrestling, when you're going to get hit by a guy, a lot of times guys walk straight at the guy who's going to hit them forehead first, like ready to take it. Yeah. Terry Funk will walk in a circle first. He walks in a circle and then comes across you out of the circle. Like, he walks in a circle because he's hurt or something like that. And then the circle ends with you, and then you can hit him with the thing. So he's not walking a direct line because he's not a moron who would walk into something like that. You know what I mean?
Right. He's the funniest non-comedy wrestler. Like, and he's funnier
than the comedy wrestlers.
The comedy wrestlers, right? Yeah. You put it perfectly. Like, he's the funniest guy who's also ever been the NWA champion.
Yeah,
just incredible. So
I appreciate him more every time I watch him wrestle.
They do a brief presentation to announce that they're giving money to a Muhammad Ali association, which I assume is the reason he's at this show.
Yeah.
A WCW official tries to talk and calls Muhammad Ali a wrestler. So maybe Bill Shaw should not be a guy who talks anymore. Young ass Bischoff gives him a plaque, and then that's it. And I was like, no Steven Regal? Where's Steve Regal to come out and talk shit to Muhammad Ali?
You can't do it with a man with Parkinson's. You can't. I mean, you can, but you
gotta,
can't.
You gotta have a like a surrogate, like staying
somebody there to beat him up. Yeah.
I'm not suggesting that Steve Regal try to bump Parkinson's diagnosed Muhammad Ali, but you have, it's wrestling.
That is interesting. Having like a wrestler give him the plaque, and then Steven Regal comes out and tries to say something, and then the wrestler lays out Steven Regal or something like that.
I mean, that's classic wrestling shit.
Yeah.
We are heading towards the main event. Tony Schiavone is asked what he thinks will happen, and very smartly just lays out the history of Hulk Hogan beating everybody in history. It's like, I don't see any reason why this would be any different than any of the other times Hulk Hogan's gone ahead and just beat the guy. And so
it's in his contract, Brain.
Yeah.
Before I thought it was this promo, so I waited to bring it up, but I think it had to have been a different promo, like earlier in the night, where Brain just let Schiavone do the whole breakdown of what's about to happen, and he stood there not making any remarks or anything like that. And right before the camera goes off him, he goes like he's gonna talk, and then the camera changes. Is pretty funny.
There is a Hogan sucks chant that you can hear while they're setting up. It's not the whole arena, but there is a part of it. Mr. T comes out clearly wanting to be cheered because he's decked out in the the city of Detroit's sports teams.
Yeah, he's got a Tigers hat, Red Wings jacket.
Yeah,
he looks pretty cool.
He does look cool. That jacket is cool.
This might be the coolest, like the coolest I've ever seen Mr. T look, because he just looks like a dude. You know what I mean? He looks like. He looks like Fernando Rodney. Second Fernando Rodney.
Yeah. The amount of time that Mr. T was famous, I looked this up today, is so incredibly small. Like for the amount of time that he was like truly famous to the amount of time that he was able to make that fame be like the rest of his life. Like
I was gonna say like working famous, because he was always famous. He was famous for a long time, but in terms of like active,
he wasn't in a real movie after 1984.
Was he in the Expendables? He wasn't an Expendable
until way later. But we're talking 1994. He's living off the A-Team in Rocky 3. That's it.
Yeah.
You know, and being a guy that looks like Mr. T. So of course, Michael Buffer is here, and he's doing the Ric Flair intro.
I don't think he was an Expendable. I think I'm wrong. Yeah. It's not listed on his thing.
Yeah, I'm telling you, he's so famous for being Mr. T, but that's it. You know, which I guess is enough. I'd take being, you know, it's just interesting.
Yeah, I'd take that level of fame. He's probably doing okay.
Michael Buffer wants us to know that Ric Flair is, without a doubt, one of the most well-known stars in the history of professional wrestling, having captured practically every title. Just go ahead and say every title. Why don't we just why don't we not mention it, or just give him a little bit more, you know? And tonight he is escorted to the ring by the infamous Sherry with his career on the line. Hulk Hogan's intro I couldn't really hear because the crowd does pop really big for him. Aside from Michael Buffer saying he's the king of Hulkmania, which is really funny. Just a classic Michael Buffer biffing it line.
It's just so like, because Bruce is like a consummate professional. Like Bruce almost never gets anything wrong. He's the couple times that he's done something wrong are like part of MMA and UFC lore. The times that he screwed up, like he tore his ACL doing a 360 one time because he was announced at GSP, and then he also announced the wrong winner recently one time. But like he's always like he checks his stuff really closely. Michael Buffer, just seat of his pants all the time. Man.
It just seems like he's winging it, and he's putting the words together as he's saying them.
And how many signs around him say Hulkamania?
Yeah, Joanna Jędrzejczyk is a really difficult name to say.
Yeah.
And Bruce nails it every time. And he's the king of Hulkmania. Even
freaking
just
kidding
culturally.
Me?
You like so anyway, then he just keeps announcing. They get in the ring and he's still going, and he's like, now both combatants are in the ring, and this is the greatest night in the history of the sport. And these two guys are gonna, I'm like, get out of the ring, dude. They just say, let's get ready to rumble. Get out of here.
Do the line. Say
the thing. The cage, I don't know why they didn't lower this cage while they were setting up some other thing. The cage, it looks rough. Oh yeah, Hulk Hogan with Hulk Hogan guy.
Yeah, Hulk rules Motown. You know what I mean? Yeah. Dude, jankiest looking cage of all time coming down.
Yeah.
I think they just wanted to like get everybody in and all the pomp and circumstance and all that stuff, and then get the cage down, because they get the cage down. Like it doesn't take that long. It just looks like it's falling apart when they do it.
Yeah, it's one of those like, whoa, like I don't know.
It also I do think it's cool dramatic effect where you get the two guys in there and then the reality of the situation hits because they start lowering the cage. So like maybe they were thinking about that. But I do want to show you this cage almost falling apart. You got Flair in the ring, and then look at the freaking cage, dude.
WWF would never.
They would never do that.
That's the thing. Like the Hell in the Cell comes down, it's completely controlled. It looks great the whole time. It doesn't ever move, and then it just falls. It just lands in place.
Yeah,
like Tetris, you know. But of course, it's WCW guy at the carnival with the Ferris wheel. Bobby Heenan has a line that truly made me laugh out loud while I was watching this, where Tony Schiavone is kind of setting up the idea that Flair came out and he held up the four fingers for the Horsemen. And he's like, of course, this is indicative of the Four Horsemen, the group that ran the 80s with Ric Flair and Arn Anderson and Ole Anderson and Tully Blanchard. And Bobby Heenan goes, yeah. And when Hogan came out, I held up one finger. and Tony Schiavone has to go, hey. Hey.
Still children's programming.
It says family program. You know what this is. Hogan and Flair. Flair works the knee a bunch because Hogan's knee is supposed to be messed up, and then Flair gets thrown into the cage a bunch because Hogan's not getting thrown into that cage.
Well, and towards the beginning of the match, Flair is on top, like he's winning for a little bit, and I think it's Heenan, but I can't remember. One of them is like, Flair has to make Hulk fight his fight, and I'm like, well, he's kind of fighting Hulk's fight right now, because if Hulk Hogan's losing at the beginning of the match, Hulk Hogan ain't gonna be losing for this entire match.
No, it's not. You want him to be tired at the end.
Yeah. You get beat up first.
It's a long race towards the end. There's a part in this where Flair he keeps trying to escape the cage, even though that's not a way you can win this match. But there's a part where his body is hanging like half out of the cage with his head pointing towards the floor, and Hogan just grabs him and starts slamming his head upside down into the cage, and they don't have the timing quite right. It's one of those. So like Flair is really throwing himself into this thing, and Hulk's having to try to like catch him on the rebound. And
Flair's
really hitting.
Flair's hitting his head on the cage twice as often as Hulk is throwing his head into the cage. Like Flair just keeps doing it.
Of course Flair does slap on the figure 4, but then so the whole kind of story of this thing is Mr. T in the pocket of Ric Flair? Is he going to screw the Hulkster? Because this is also, I forgot to mention, career versus career. What do you think's going to happen? Who do you think's going down on this one?
Yeah, do you think the guy they just signed, the most famous, most over wrestler in the history of the world, because Hulk coming out got a way bigger response than Flair did. Hulkamania is still strong right now in the Joe Louis Arena, and like they're not going to sign unless they sign. And listen, it would actually, hindsight would be 2020 if I found out like they signed Hulk for a short-term deal and he was going to walk away for a while and make movies. So he came in to do this and then to get the first win and then do the job at the end. But that's not how Hulk works, baby. Hulk's gonna own this company in a couple of years. He's gonna have him by the nards, and he's gonna change the ending of fucking one of the biggest pay-per-views of all time at the last second and screw Sting over.
Yep.
And that doesn't happen unless he wins this match.
So, but they're trying to be like, is Mr. T in the pocket? So then after Flair gets done with the figure 4 where Hogan doesn't submit, Mr. T gets knocked down, and Flair just starts kicking the shit out of him while he's on the ground, beating him up. I guess
like
he was
kicking
like
him in the head and like,
yeah, he's like, maybe that was supposed to be. He's like, if he's gonna turn, he's gonna turn right here during this figure 4 leg lock, and if not, I'm gonna just have to beat the dog shit out of Mr. T.
My interpretation was that he needed help. He needed these the interferers to come in, so he needs to incapacitate the guy.
Very, very fragile Mr. T who's moving real slow.
Well, I also don't understand, like, how is this not a disqualification? They handcuffed you to the ring because Sherry climbs the thing, gets in the ring.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Well, it's no disqualification because it's in a cage.
Okay.
So yeah. But like you said, then Sherry starts to climb the cage. And then Jimmy Hart tries to grab her, but just pulls off part of Sherry's outfit.
Like her skirt. Yeah.
Yeah. So then she's wearing like a bodysuit kind of thing. And they're like, ooh la la. All right.
Auga.
But yeah. She gets to the top of the cage and taking a note from her former protege, Macho King Randy Savage, tries to double axe handle the Hulkster from the top of this cage, which he entirely no-sells.
Yeah.
She jumps off the top of this cage onto him. He no-sells it. I would like to nominate our first female entry for the rides for their hitters, Sensational Sherry. If she's got you, she's willing to jump off a cage with an axe handle for you.
I think that is fair. Is this a historic thing? Is she always riding for her hitters?
I mean, she's always getting beat up for she was getting beat up for the Macho King with Ultimate Warrior. She's getting beat up by Hogan here. Yeah, she's I'll
put her in there. I'm happy with that.
She's 10 toes down. Wouldn't you know it? The Masked Man comes out from under the ring with a pipe and hits Jimmy Hart and hits Sting. who has come over the rail.
Yeah,
and
because
then
Sting came out to stop Sherry as well and was thwarted.
Yeah.
the
And
masked
then doesn't jump in the ring to beat the dog shit out of Hogan with the pipe, which probably could have done.
No, what he
But
does, he does something even better, Dusty. He holds the pipe over the side of the cage so Ric Flair could throw Hulk Hogan into the stagnant pipe that's just sitting there on the cage wall, because pipe hurts more.
Yeah, that's true.
I hated that so much.
It's the spike pallet driver of pipe spots.
It's like when a guy puts his foot up and you throw him into the guy's foot. It's so dumb.
Then Flair and Hulk keep fighting. Hulk does like 3 Hulk ups in the span of like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And wouldn't you know it? What do I? He's got the red, white, and blue running through his veins. Big boot, leg drop strategically right in front of Mr. T, who counts the 3, and Flair's retired. 19 minutes and 20.
He also big boots and clothesline Sherry.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Sherry, she's in.
She earned it.
This got 4 1/4 stars. I will say this was pretty entertaining. Like it's not a bad match. 4 1/4 seems a little rich for me, but it was good.
I think it was really on its way to being a really good match before all the interference. Like shenanigans always, well, I can't say it as a steadfast rule, but almost always knocks it down a peg to me, because I always get really annoyed when I'm like, oh man, we were having so much fun. Like, why do we have to? Now we got a masked man and we got sensational. Well, what is her in this one? She's not sensational.
Sensuous. She's sensuous.
I don't like the word sensuous. But
yeah, I think that's because I can't call her sexy Sherry because they're TBS or
sexy Sherry. Look what have you done? You've made a fool of everyone. So yeah, I mean, I'm cool with 4. I think the shenanigans really kind of put a damper on things for me, but I still, one of my favorite Hulk Hogan matches. There's only like 3 Hulk Hogan matches that I've really enjoyed ever. So like,
they get Flair the fuck out of there quick, and they raise the cage so Hogan can do his pose. There's zero pomp or circumstance to the greatest WCW champion of all time being retired. They're immediately like, hit the bricks, son.
It's Hulkamania time, baby.
Yeah. And Hogan's posing, and then when you know it, outruns the masked man. But this time he cannot attack. He's as loud as your cat. Yeah. And the Hulkster grabs him because
the door's shut.
Yeah. The Hulkster grabs him, beats him up a little bit, and then unmasks him to reveal Brother Brudeye.
And we just talked about this, Dusty. Like 2 weeks
Agatha
in a row.
All along, dude. Yeah,
I know. 2 weeks in a row, the guy that I submitted for the Rides for Your Hitters Hall of Fame does not ride for his hitter. I specifically said, like, Brutus doesn't turn on Hulk Hogan. He never. He's the Brutus does, like, he rides for his guy all the time. When I was saying that, did you know that Brutus turns on Hulk Hogan the next fucking pay-per-view that we were gonna watch?
Oh yeah, of course. Look, I don't want to.
No, it's
I don't want to ruin your enjoyment of it.
No, it's good that you didn't tell me. It's very funny that you played it off. But I was like, that son of a bitch. I look so stupid.
So Brutus is going like, it's not what you think, Hulkster. It's not what you think, brother. And like, what else could it be? You ran out with a pipe with a mask, like the guy who bashed my knee in and beat up my 2 other friends 10 minutes ago. What else do you think this could be?
In a match where if I lose, I lose my job.
I have to, which also means, I hate to tell you, you lose your job. Yeah, we're
That's what it was.
Here because of me. Don't worry. Don't think about it.
Brutus's face is starting to hurt, so he wants the unemployment money. Yeah, but if he quits, he can't pull unemployment, so he has to turn on Hulk, because if Hulk gets fired, then he gets fired, then he can file for unemployment.
Makes a lot of sense.
It's a long game, so he doesn't have to end up working in a toll booth.
That's My wife just texted me and said, "I heard you talking about a guy with a poncho when I got home, and I knew it was Terry Funk."
Hell yeah,
Hell
dude.
yeah, that's what
why
it's
you
like being
married her.
married. That's what it's like being married to me. So then of course Kevin Sullivan comes out, and they immediately start hitting this line that Brutus Beefcake has butchered his friendship with the Hulk. He's a butcher of this friendship, because they're going to start calling him the Butcher in the coming months. And then Tony Schiavone goes, the arena, it's shaking. It's like there's an avalanche in here, which is not the saying. That's 100% not a thing you say if a building starts shaking. Oh shit, an avalanche.
Yeah.
Unless you're in the snow, in which there is an avalanche possibility.
When he says that,
yeah,
the guy shows up.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's Earthquake. It's my
Earthquake.
guy, John. It's John Tinta.
We've got a natural disaster showing up. He couldn't say earthquake.
No, it's legally different from, but similar to, an earthquake.
Dun 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 dun.
So John Tinta is also debuting. So they beat the shit out of Hogan. So it's Sullivan, Beefcake, and the Avalanche. But then, when you know it, the Avalanche is too close to an earthquake, so they're going to have to change John Tinta's name in a few months to the Shark, whenever he's in the Dungeon of Doom.
This Shark is so funny.
This is the new group of guys that are going to be the foils for Hogan.
To try to destroy Hulkamania.
Yeah, Avalanche hits the Avalanche Splash to kill Hulk Hogan, and then Sting comes out and immediately beats up both of our new heels.
Yeah,
that are here, and then has to carry the Hulkster to the back, and that's how we finish Halloween Havoc, with Sting telling Hulk Hogan to shake it off as we go off the air.
Players gonna play. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just shake. What did they do to my boy?
That's a painting, dude.
They massacred my boy. I'm gonna get that commissioned and hung above my mantle.
Yeah,
the Hulkster holding Sting holding the Hulkster. So this kind of he's only 3 months in, and this is already the guys that Hulk has faced before are coming in to be his new rivals.
I mean,
Earth.
Yeah. You bring in the musicians you're familiar with, you know? Yeah, and if that's Bischoff's idea. Bischoff's idea is like, let's create the new old WWF, you know, and
yeah.
I understand doing that. It's
if John Frusciante wants back in the band, you let him back in the band, you know?
100% you let him back in the band.
Yeah.
If John Tinta calls, you answer.
You get an earthquake. This show also successful. This show sells 210,000 pay-per-views, which is down, 15,000 from Bash at the Beach, but still up from Fall Brawl, which only sold 100,000. So, which Hogan wasn't on that show. So the big thing coming out of this is Starrcade, the marquee event for WCW. The main event is Hulk Hogan versus the Butcher, which is not a match anybody is compelled to want to see, because like, who thinks the Butcher's going to beat Hulk Hogan in the main event of this show?
I think he can. Nobody knows Hulk Hogan better than the Butcher.
That sells 130,000 pay-per-views, which is pretty tough dip for the Hulkster.
I bet Ric Flair felt good about that. Go ahead.
Super Brawl, the next February of 95, where Ric Flair returns from his many months retirement, is Vader versus Hogan, which is also another match they had not done. So that does a pretty good buy rate. That's 180,000. So like, if they have a compelling opponent for Hogan that has not had a match with him before, he can still sell pay-per-views and move tickets. let's see, the next year's Halloween Havoc, which is also in Detroit, which we'll remember as the night that Hulk Hogan murdered the Giant by throwing him off of Cobo Hall.
Oh, Jesus Christ. The monster truck battle.
Yep. That sells 120,000 pay-per-views. Things are starting, the shine is wearing off for the old Hulkster about a year into his run.
Yeah, you're going to see a big bump for the debut and a little bit of a fall off. That's a pretty big fall off, though. That's like almost half. When in 1995 does Ric Flair come back?
He comes back in February, but he does not wrestle until March. So he's gone. You want to hold back on that.
5
He's
months.
gone about 5 months. Yeah. Which is longer than some other wrestling retirements. So
that might not even be Ric Flair's longest retirement. So
yeah, it's true. I would like to play the age game with you very quickly, and then we'll call it a night.
I've got one for the age game because I had one, and I'm probably gonna spoil one of yours, but I already know the answer, so I want to know: do you have Harley Race in the age game?
I do have Harley Race in the age game.
Do you have Terry Funk in the age game?
I do have Terry Funk in the age game.
Harley Race is 1 year older than Terry Funk.
You could not have paid me if there were $1 million on the line, and it was how much older is Harley Race than Terry Funk? 10 years. Like
it would have taken me forever. I would have gotten to probably 15 or 20 before I started going, wait. Is it closer than I thought it was?
Is it funny the other way as opposed to the way that I'm thinking?
Yeah.
They're literally 1 year apart, which is insane.
Terry Funk is 50 and Harley Race is 51.
Unfortunately, Harley Race is he looks beat to shit.
He moves pretty well though, for the record.
He does. He moves okay, but he's not an active participant here. I guess he had to retire because of a hernia situation. So I guess he could have still have wrestled even at this point.
Yeah.
Had it not been for that injury.
When he was running from Boss Man, you could tell he's not moving probably like he used to, but he's also not moving like a guy who can't move, you know?
Who do you think is older? Arn Anderson or the debuting Avalanche?
Oh. I mean, I'm going to go with my first thought, but I bet it's wrong because of the way you asked it. I bet Arn Anderson's older.
How old do you think Arn Anderson is on this show?
38.
Okay. How old are you?
35.
He's 1 year older than you.
He's 36.
You and Arn Anderson, almost the same age.
Look at this.
Yeah, you are clearly a man who has exfoliated.
I do all right for myself. I'm trying to find a picture of Arn.
How old do you think? Oh, go ahead.
I'm trying to find a better shot. I'm getting them pouring the. It's just so dumb. How are we the same species?
Look, Arn Anderson has looked like your 45-year-old stepdad for 20 years. His entire wrestling career, he looks like your stepdad.
It's the Steve Martin, Ricky Steamboat disease.
Yeah.
But anyway.
How old do you think the Avalanche is?
He's always, because we've done this before, he's always quite a bit younger than I expect him to be. So I'm going to say 29.
Pretty good. He is 31.
31.
4 years older than you. 4 years younger than you. Is the Avalanche. What do we think about Marcus? Not quite yet, Buff Bagwell.
Oh, well, this is an interesting one because he looks really young in this, but then in the NWO 4 years later, I feel like he's. So I'm going to say 26.
24. You're not
24.
Bad. You're not off by a bunch.
I'm usually pretty good at this game.
The Natural, Dustin Rhodes.
Dude, shut up.
He's got to guess.
25.
Right on the button. 25 for young Dustin Rhodes. So that means in a year and a half, he's gold dust. That's crazy.
That
and
is
he's
crazy.
He's not even 30 whenever he starts the run as Goldust.
It is crazy that in a year and a half from this, he is like
Yeah.
kind of gay.
Oh, I'm wrong. It's like a year from now. Because he debuts in 95, October
As
95,
Goldust?
exactly, as Goldust.
Wow.
So for 1 year from now.
That's so crazy.
How old? Now here's one that here's one that's real tricky, I think. How old is Bunkhouse Buck? You are allowed to look at a picture of Bunkhouse Buck.
Yeah, I'm going to a picture. I'm not looking at any answers because it's funny if I'm wrong. You guys always got to remember that in this game or anything on this podcast. It's funny if I'm wrong, so I'm never going to cheat on anything. I'm trying to find the damn match. He reminds me of like Pete Townsend with Danzig hair.
Oh, that's not bad.
Because he does the like front thing. I'm trying to find an actual just picture of freaking Bunkhouse Buck. Okay, this is blurry, but I'm not going to spend these people's valuable time. It's a good one. I mean, I'm saying in his 30s. Initial thought was like 32, but I'm going to go 36.
44 years old.
Oh, wow. I was way off on that one. That's probably the furthest I've ever missed. I could see that. He looks okay. He looks pretty good for 44, dude.
He looks all right. Yeah, he's doing okay.
Those lights are gnarly.
And in our main event, how old is the Hulkster?
Okay. I mean, I don't want to spend a bunch of time doing math. But Hulkster died last year. And I think he was like something like 74 or something like that when he died last year. 32 years, give or take, or 31 years. I'm going to go 43.
He is 41.
41. God
Tough
damn.
for me. Hulk Hogan, 1 year younger than me on this show.
Yeah.
That hurts. That's a...
Well, I mean, this is the thing. We both have the thing where we don't look like men from the 80s and 90s.
Sure.
So it's a whole different shebang-a-bang. I would love to see you. Can you grow a mustache?
No.
Yeah, see, I grow this wiry bullshit. Like, it never looks good. I don't think I've ever seen
scraggles. I get
on just the chin, though.
On just the chin, yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
I don't think I've ever seen upper lip hair from you.
No.
I get this, and then it just gets worse, and nothing grows here. Anyway, we're an hour and 53 minutes in. We're not going to talk facial hair.
But you do get, like, if you grow your hair out, you have you have good looking long hair, I will say.
I can do the hair, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Finally, the Nature Boy, now retired. An unfortunate turn of events for him.
45.
Right on the button, dude.
I know my Ric Flair, dude.
I
know my
age. I can look at a rock star, and Ric Flair is a rock star.
He's a rock star.
And I know exactly how old they are. All right, I think that is it for a little while. As much as I could endlessly dive into WCW, we're going to take a little break from WCW and talk about some other things in the upcoming weeks. Again, as Andrew said at the top, give us a like, leave us a comment, tell a friend that you think would enjoy this. We're going to keep doing it. Full shows, different types of breakdowns, just talking wrestling, and having some fun. So thank you to everybody that does listen and does comment. We appreciate you. We'll be back next week because unlike Ric Flair, we will never retire, not even for 5 months.
Ain't happening. I was looking for the Rockstar video, but I didn't find it on time. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna find it. Anyway, love you guys.
I believe in you. Bye.